This is the MCS Television Network, KFHS, Friendswood.
I'm Laurie Hearn. Today on Friendswood Update, we'll go to Tuesday's school board meeting, and the junior high media classes go to Austin.
I'm Jennifer Waldner. In sports, the rain has dampened all district competition this week.
I'm Charlotte Stevens. Also, Close Up goes to Washington, and Humanities classes perform Shakespeare. These stories and more next on Friendswood Update. Welcome to another edition of Friendswood Update. Yesterday's district tennis championship matches were postponed until today due to rain. Jennifer Waldner is standing by at the tennis courts to let us know how the matches are going. Jennifer?
Thanks, Charlotte. And right now I'm standing with Leslie King, who just won the district title in girls singles. She just defeated Christina Hortz of Friendswood, and she won both sets 6-2, 6-1. Leslie, how do you feel about the match? How do you think it went?
I felt pretty confident, but Christina's a really strong player, and match could have gone either way, and I think she'll do real well in regionals. I think we both will.
Okay, and where is regionals, and when is this going to be taking place?
It's in Huntsville, and it's a week from Tuesday, and it's on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay. Brandon Burris of Friendswood is playing right now Trey Westbrook of Clearbrook for third place, and they're in the second set right now. Brandon won the first set 6-3, so maybe in a little bit we'll come back and find out how he's doing. That's it for now. Back to you, Laurie.
Thanks, Jennifer. Yesterday's rain was nothing compared to the massive amounts of rain that hit the Friendswood area last Friday. The official rainfall was registered at 6 inches. Parts of Castlewood were closed to through traffic because of the rising water. Clear Creek and surrounding creeks were filled to their banks. Small amounts of flooding, if any, were reported. On Saturday, more rain was expected, but not much fell. The recent drainage work being done around Friendswood did help, but proves that more needs to be done as soon as possible.
Tuesday night was the monthly school board meeting. As Glenn Griffin reports, the agenda along with the halls were filled.
There was a large turnout at Tuesday night's school board meeting. Many topics were discussed. Among them were vocational education.
Well, how could she earn some money and also be able to save and go to college? Well, vocational education was the answer for me.
After the speakers on vocational education supported their topic, the head of the steering committee on year-round education briefed the board.
To put together a program with some of the members of the school committee that are working, and they will do a program on television.
Also, Walter Wilson informed the school board on many topics.
The 5 pages of the expenditure report is another very typical report. We have several budgeted areas, functions of the budget that are within their budgets and under the budgeted amount on a monthly basis. We have several that are still running over, but as the months go on, these pretty much get in line, and these in fact are beginning to become less and less on a monthly basis as far as being over their budgeted amount.
Reporting on the school board meeting, this has been Glenn Griffin, MCS News.
Last Monday evening at the City Council meeting, Mayor Paul Schrader announced that he has made arrangements for a household hazardous waste collection. This collection is sponsored by the Bay Area LAPC and will take place on April 20th. This program gives residences the opportunity to get rid of items that should not be placed in regular trash pickup. Items such as old paint cans and household chemicals are hazardous and can contaminate the landfill. The collection site will be at the University of Houston Clear Lake campus. More details on this collection will be mailed out in the city's newsletter.
You may have noticed the construction to the left of Texas Commerce Bank. The new construction on Friendswood Drive is becoming apartments. The apartments are expected to be finished in about 4 months. When the apartments are finished, they will be called the Huntington Wood Apartments.
Are you interested in environmental concerns? An art exhibit in Raleigh called Not in My Backyard is going to be held this Saturday. The art show will be displaying art done by various artists in the area to express trash and how it is affecting our environment. The art exhibit in Raleigh is being presented by the Union of Independent Artists in collaboration with Texas United. The exhibit is being held at FM 865 and Brookside Road from 1 to 4 p.m. If you would like more information, please call Rick Lowe at 880-9159 or Judy Pearson at 228-3690.
Last weekend, Cloverfield Airport held an air show. It was covered by MCS reporter Adrian Schuler.
On April 7th, Cloverfield was home to the air show. The air show consisted of a variety of aircraft. There were helicopters, experimental aircraft, and planes. The air show featured the only flying and fully restored B-24 in the world. This World War II bomber was the most produced American aircraft of all time. This particular B-24 was built in August 1944.
Could you tell me some background information on this plane?
Yeah, this is the only fully restored flying B-24 in the entire world. The Collins Foundation adopted it, the program to restore it in 1984. They picked it up from a collector. They spent 5 years rebuilding it, 97,000 man-hours. It cost about $1.3 million. And what we're doing is we're taking it on a nationwide tour, doing 100 cities this year, where we open it up to the public, bring it to the public, and we ask for donations so that people can help us pay for the fuel and the operating costs, and also help us pay off the loan we have that paid to restore the airplane.
As pilot Craig McBurney mentioned, this bomber took 97,000 man-hours, 2,400 people, and 35 corporate sponsored. The aircraft cost $1.3 million to restore, but still the bomber is not fully paid for. If you wish to give a donation, contact the Collins Foundation.
Reporting on the Cloverfield Air Show has been Adrian Schuler, MCS News.
This past Saturday, Ms. Smith and Ms. Krajewska took students from Friendswood High School to compete in the Scholastic Bowl competition. 16 schools competed in this competition that was held at Brazosport Community College in Angleton. Students were tested over science, literature, math, and general knowledge. Unfortunately, the Friendswood team, which consisted of Lisa Belamovich, Darren Bolding, Gary Dale, and Carl Ulbrich, was defeated by Bel Air High School.
On March 24th, a group of 4 students sponsored by Mr. Camp left for Washington, D.C. The students met up with other students from around the world to tour the city. They journeyed to historic places such as the Smithsonian, Arlington National Cemetery, and the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and the Vietnam Memorial. The students also visited Ford's Theater, where President Lincoln was assassinated, and the Air and Space Museum, where the Wright brothers' plane is on display. The students who attended were Cheryl Jahimchek, senior and juniors Dana Martisak and Benny McDonald, and Casey Gibson. They returned home on March 30th.
Yesterday, during lunch, the New Focus members met in the library for a final meeting and pizza party. Adult leaders and students discussed how they felt the first program went, what improvements could be made, and ideas for New Focus programs next year. Some ideas suggested were students who had already gone through the New Focus training join with the trained teachers to lead programs. Another suggestion was that school organizations go through the program as a group. The main goal of New Focus is to teach internal management.
Let's check back with Jennifer Waldner on what's happening at the tennis courts. Jennifer?
Thanks, Charlotte. Right now, here's a look at some earlier footage that was taken in the match just a couple minutes ago. And Trey West from Clearbrook are still playing right now for third place in district. Brandon won the first set 6-3, and right now they're in the second set. And just a second ago they were tied 5-5. And that's it for tennis right now. Back to you, Laurie.
Thanks, Jennifer. Yesterday, sophomore humanities performed Shakespearean plays in the auditorium. Under the direction of Miss May, the sophomore humanities class has been preparing all semester for these plays. The plays are Romeo and Juliet, performed by Nilo Azad, Brian Sawyer, and Robert Sormani. The Merchant of Venice, performed by Devin Brown, Kevin Howard, and Josh Van Auken. Julius Caesar, performed by Joel Irwin, Ty Beecham, and Billy Ford. And The Taming of the Shrew, performed by Amy McKay, Denise Manley, and Matt Thompson. These Shakespearean plays were put on for Miss Nipper's 5th period drama class.